Welcome to today's daily devotional. Our names have meaning. We may not think about it often, but we all have a name. First names tend to align with generational trends, popularity, and are mostly based on the simple preference of the parent. However, last names are generally not chosen but handed down. We can trace our lineage through these last names. Knowing that if you bear the name Smith, you're most likely from England, Garcia from Spain, Mueller from Germany, Khan from Pakistan, Wang from China, and De Silva from Brazil. You get the picture. However, I think it's Iceland that takes the trophy for passing on identity through last name. They utilize a patronymic method of last names where the child is named directly after the parent's first name. For example, Annie Thor's daughter is named after her father, Thor, and she's a daughter. And Hathor Bjornsson is named after his father, Bjorn, and he is a son, so Bjorn's son. But names can also feel like a trap. For example, a couple in India named their twin babies COVID and Corona. No joke. Or how about this? Most of us probably knew a family in school where if you had their last name, you were likely trouble. And all the teachers dreaded getting those kids. Maybe you came from that family. My point is that our names have power. They can represent trouble. They can give pride, make you invisible and totally unknown, or act as an anchor for your life, helping you know your identity. Here's where it gets a little more complicated. I've shared before that our daughter is adopted, so she came from a biological family with a name. However, when her birth mother gave her to us, she gave us the honor of naming her. That day, she became a Swartz. With that, she took on the identity of Michelle and me and the huge extended family of Swartzes. As a Swartz, her identity has been shaped. She prays for rain without prompting because we're farmers and she knows that we desperately need it right now. And the other day when I had my arm shoved down in an engine bay, struggling to get a bolt started, she started saying, "Try again, Daddy, you'll get it," because we are encouragers. And as she grows, I know boys will not mess with her because she is my daughter and she is a Swartz, and that means they'll have to answer to me. I say all this because the principle of today's devotional verse is so well illustrated in names. Romans 8:15 reads, "The Spirit you received does not make you slaves, so that you live in fear again. Rather, the Spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship, and by him we cry, Abba, Father." You see, we choose to follow Jesus, and he gifts us with his name. God adopts us into his family. Our identity is no longer in the person we were. Our last names are no longer true of who we are or the family we belong to. We are free of our past, free of what used to define us. Think of your own past. All the fear, the hurt, the betrayal, the shame that we associate with our past can be left behind. Jesus pried away the iron grip of what others have done to you and what you have done to others so that you can live a new life, so you can start again with a fresh identity, a new name. God is now your Father. You now bear his name. And with his name comes protection, teaching, acceptance, an incredible inheritance, and the unconditional love of a father. So maybe you need to stop seeing yourself as a Smith, a Wang, or a De Silva, but instead as a God's son or God's daughter.